Age-friendly inclusive living means basically looking at the home and the community to ensure that the housing, the home, is accessible and adaptable for future needs, and that the wider environment has access, that there's access to amenities, access to public transport, access to local facilities, places where people can come together and interact and get to know their neighbours, informal and formal interactions. So it's the whole bundle. There's a need for age-friendly homes because at the moment there are currently 12 million people in the UK over the age of 65. That number is due to increase by 40% over the next 20 years, and the number of people over the age of 85 is due to increase by 72% over the next 20 years. So we're talking about a huge change in ageing demographics in this country, and if we want to be socially prepared for that, we urgently need to start addressing our housing now. There are a number of obstacles that are making it more difficult to make accessible homes in good connected communities. The building regulations, Part M, Category 2, about accessible and adaptable buildings. Very, very few developers are actually doing this across the country. And often, from our information, when developments are built, developers aren't building the accessible homes that they said they would. And then that's not enforced. So the problem is just perpetuated every level down. So one of the things that Ageing Better is doing is we've set up an organisation called Home, which is basically campaigning for improvements to housing. So that's one key thing. Another angle, I think, is this whole linkage between the cost savings to the NHS and social care. If you can actually improve the housing and people's social kind of connectivity to help people remain healthy for longer and more independent, so that, you know, if they do have to go into hospital, they can manage when they come out. The other angle, obviously, is encouraging developers and house builders to actually build these homes. As a country, we can do so much better, and I know lots of designers are really wanting to do better as well. So we really need to change those mindsets of developers and the house builders as well. I know the government is going to consult on accessible building regulations. If that could become policy, it would really help builders and developers to construct these accessible homes. I think we just need a change of mindset as a country, so we stop building never-ending seas of almost identical houses around the ring roads of towns that don't have local facilities, because it's not really in anyone's best interest. I mean, basically, if you can get it right for older people and their needs, then it's going to be good for everyone else.